G'day, Peter Kibble from Howell Bowman. So the candidate we've got today is this one. So, okay. Sorry, I thought for some reason I thought I knew who this person was. But okay, so uni 2025, University of Newcastle, great. Completed all CA stuff. So 2 partner firms in Sydney, senior accountant, intermediate accountant for a small regional firm. So yeah, so in total they've got what, 3 years experience, plus probably a year at a small firm. So let's say they've got 4 years experience, but like really their experience has been like, it is a bit all over the place. So this person probably needs to find a place where they can stay for the next 3 years. I think there'll be plenty of places, like if they want to stay in Newcastle, then there'll be, there's 5 or 6 firms that I'd recommend they try and get into. But yeah, get into a decent sized firm where there's a few people doing the CA, but like it's really, really important that this person stays in a role for 3 years, like their next role, for better or worse. Like I get it, if you're at uni, everything's a bit like, you're less likely to commit long term to a job if you're at uni kind of thing. But equally, right now people are going to be quite forgiving because if they have 4 years experience, they're probably okay at doing tax compliance stuff. They're probably as good as an intermediate, or they claim to be a senior now, but like again, I don't know what firm that's at. But like there'll be plenty of mid-tier firms that would be open to having a conversation with this person, but equally they're going to have real concerns about the number of moves they've had and what this person actually wants to do, and they may have lots of really good reasons for their moves. But equally, the next role, especially, the next role really needs to. That needs to stick for 2 to 3 years at least, and they need to get promoted. I would recommend they move to a decent sized firm where they can complete the CA, where there's a few people doing the CA, and they can there is a path to getting promoted quickly. So because right now they've got 4 years experience, but it's a bit sort of all over the place. If they get into like a decent firm, and I do think a 15 to probably 60 staff accounting, well, let's say 100 staff accounting firm, will be super interested in this person, and they will have the next 3 jobs for them. So they'll be able to go senior, supervisor, manager pretty well in one of those types of firms, and they'll be able to complete the CA, and there'll be a few people doing the CA. Whereas if they were to move to a top 10 firm, some are going to be great for them, some aren't. I just think that they might get left behind a little bit in one of those firms, whereas just because they've had a couple of jobs in a short period, like not a short period of time, but they have had a few jobs over 4 years. So they'll probably end up having to enter that firm, like a national mid-tier at a lower level. They may, and they'll be I just think it'll be harder for them to get promoted at one of those firms. But that's not to say that there aren't really good roles in those firms for somebody like this. So my recommendation for them would be meet a few firms between that 15 to 70, 80 staff size, and also meet 1 or 2 national mid-tiers, and then make an assessment as to where you see yourself staying for the next 3 years, and where you think you're most likely going to get promoted over that period of time, because that's worth more to you than getting a top 10 accounting firm name on your CV. Like if you go senior, supervisor, manager at a good 20 to 30 staff accounting firm, then every single mid-tier I don't know about Australia, but I would argue Australia will be at least a little bit interested in this person in 3 years' time. Whereas right now, if they were to enter that same mid-tier, they're probably going to start lower, and it's going to take them longer to get to a manager role in that mid-tier kind of thing. So again, like I just have so many questions for this person. So obviously it is pretty nuanced and all the rest of it. So like if you are interested advice for yourself, or if you've got any questions about this, feel free to get in contact. Always happy to speak to people. And yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, sorry, but my only other thing on this person is if they do want to get into commerce and that's what they want to do, then apply for graduate rotation programs. So like at banks or some of the larger commercial businesses, because I do think that this person would do really well in like a grad program at a really big business. So that's the other thing. If they want to get into commerce, that's probably what I recommend them to do. But very good. So look, I appreciate, again, sorry about that. So if you are interested in having a conversation about yourself, feel free to get in contact. Always happy to speak with people, and yeah, hopefully you got something out of it.